In the Garden of Eden, humanity made an original mistake. So whenever God created humans, he created us in his image and likeness, as it says in Genesis 1:26, so that we would have dominion over the whole earth and over all the animals. And then it says in 1 John 4:16 that that character, that image of God, is love. So at our very essence, we are created in that image of God, in the image of love. And so when he says, have dominion over all the animals, have dominion over the whole earth, that dominion is the image of love. And so then there's this serpent, right? And so in Genesis 2:17, the serpent tries to deceive humanity into disobeying something that God said to do. So God gave us everything, said eat from all the trees, do whatever you want, except one thing. Don't eat from this tree of knowledge of good and evil, because in the day that you do, you will bring death into the world, because there's no death before that. And so when Adam and Eve had this temptation, and the serpent was like, do it, you will become like God. That's why God doesn't want you to eat from the tree, because then you'll become like him. And then they're like, wow, becoming like God sounds really good. And so then in Genesis 3:5, it says that they want to become like God. But that's the original deception, is because they were already like God. They were created in God's image. And the serpent deceived them into disobeying God, to bring death into the world by having them believe something that's not true, to believe that God withheld something from them, that they weren't like God, but they already were, because God created all of humanity in his image. And so that deception that happened in Eden, that gave rise to all these problems that we see in the world today. And it's deception that rules the world. We see this in politics, we see this in government, we see this in business, we see this everywhere. We even see it in the church. And so if we go away from deception and again live by faith in that image of love, that's the goal.